Why should everyone use the wood line during energetic spring, even if they don't have the wood skin conditions? Wood is one of the 5 aspects of energy and is fundamental to the optimal function of the other 4. 5 seasons, elements, basic emotions, and skin conditions. The body is a host of 5 major fluids, 4 of which are clearly matter: red blood, fire; lymph, earth; blue blood, metal; and water for water. The other fluid of the wood element is simply energy, vital energy. You could say it's the energy of the energy because without wood energy, nothing else happens. This is why the wood treatment is always the first one we do in any series of treatments. The initiating energy of wood must be balanced before we go on to balancing the other 4 fluids. By stimulating vital energy flow, we give energy and nourishment to the cells to help keep skin radiant and full of vitality. Our wood vital energy must be kept in balance since it fundamentally supports the other 4 energies. An energetic deficiency left untreated for any length of time invites others, and problems will then accumulate exponentially. This is why everyone can and should benefit from any products of the wood line now during energetic spring. Follow for more or gain insight to add energy medicine to your healing practice. Go ahead and visit tonyadee.tv/Fido-5 or email info@tonyadee.tv, and I will see you on the other side. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Blessings to you, my energetic being.
Woohoo! Inshallah and ashe. Once again, blessings to you. It is a Wizardry Wednesday, or I should say a Blizzardy Wednesday. Utah's getting dumped on. The mighty heavens are releasing some heavenly deep waters, I should say. So while we're waiting for people to hop on to the show to join us for the live stream, listen to the replay even, take a breath and a pause, climb into your essence, your beingness. What have you explored to be authentic about yourself? Why have you always believed to be authentic about a spiritual truth? What is that for you? So old karmic beliefs kind of stem from a karmic narrative, a script that we may have been living out on the hamster wheel of life. So are you processing it? Are you ready to free yourself from those shackles, those chains that no longer, it's time to no longer bound ourselves to a path of pain in those old wounds and that old narrative. And in doing so, we open the door to choreograph and create room to understand and learn. It's kind of like editing our soul's story, a new belief, a new philosophy, a foundation based on a spiritual truth, a journey of spirituality. I always see the journeyman in the Fae when I feel this energy. So it's like as we're setting out to be kind of like a nomadic explorer, a hero's quest, ultimately leading to faith that possibly something that we've never even recognized, maybe we sense it inside of us, but we're not seeing it. And even seeing the world in a panoramic view, experiencing the world through the eyes of Creator, the oneness field, a new set of eyes, and accepting the transformations and the changes and the shifts that we are experiencing. It might even feel like a tidal wave with all the snow dumping down here, but through our feelings and our mind, our thoughts, the choreography there of what we feel and what we think. So with that, welcome to today's Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. I do go by the term holistic shaman medium, which is just a choreography, a merging of them all. But my intention is to really utilize these indigenous technologies along with the elemental realm, the imaginal realm, into our divine blueprint to navigate our Souls Harmonic through these realms, which the Souls Harmonic is actually online today, along with our Crown Center, and also the Shaman's Portal. So we can really utilize these dimensions, realms, and aspects to re-choreograph our script, our scribe, if you will. I utilize offerings and prescriptions, a lot of ritual, the otherworldly kind. I guess for me, it's just the rising of the origins to really add to our container, our juice, and connecting us back to the origins. Food for our soul. Whatever our personal medicine is, our prime directive, every body has a gift and a purpose. But I do this in order so your light shines even brighter. My name is Tonya Dee, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channels, please do. YouTube, where you're probably tuning in, or also my Musing with Tonya Dee podcast. Yeah, it's the season of the witches. That's the theme this year. Every year I do a theme. But we've really entered into the realm of spirit and karma. This is kind of our choreography inside of us in our inner world, how we feel about our spiritual aspects within ourselves, whatever that story is. Our crown is literally online during the entire season of Pisces, and how this plays out is different for each of us, but it's a spiritual acumen. It's a prophetic vision center, the angelic being Sandalphon. Like if you just start belting out a song for no apparent reason, just know Sandalphon is in your energetic field. So yeah, and if you hear the noise outside, that would be my neighbor with the snowblower. Hopefully he comes to my yard because it's like a foot plus overnight. Hilarious. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to the peeps entering the village, the community. That's why I got this on, by the way. It's freaking cold out there. But yeah, I always like to give a validation, a voice of acknowledgement that I see you. My new friends and guests arriving to my show. Thank you for that. New subscribers. Blessings as always. And also those of you, of course, that do tune in later and do a comment so I can pull a card for you. Those of you that have been a journey, part of the village, the tribe, that's really my intention as well. So are you or have you been assisting me in hitting those goals for my YouTube channel for February? And if you have, gratitude and blessings. Sharing is just another way of paying it forward. And again, those of you that do tune into the replay later, I also see that as well. And if you don't mind, of course, hitting the bell button along with the white rabbit so you're notified. And remember a comment if you do feel that you are in need of a message. I totally believe in paying it forward and sharing and gratitude and just having that authentically every morning, just waking up before your foot hits the ground and just acknowledging a voice of gratitude in your connection. You could also find me on other social channels, of course, like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Spotify, Apple, my podcast. Just remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic assistant. You truly are your own healer, but sometimes we need somebody to navigate those otherworldly airwaves, myself included, for sure, to get us out of our own magical way, because I think we're all little star beings just buttling around. And the daily snippet, what's this all about? What do I muse about every day? The cosmic insights, the planets, the galaxy, which are actually part of the elemental choreography as well. It's just a different perspective. The elementals, I kind of use the Chinese 4 pillars for that. And our subtle energies, which are also the energy centers, the chakras, and the channels, the meridians, the pathways. These are all like part of our innate essence, along with our auric fields. I also do a message for our day usually to get us on our way. But are you feeling the freedom and the adventure, the love and more of it? Just pouring our chalice full, overpouring with like spiritual acumen, gifting ourselves the gift of the oneness, seeing things through the eye of Creator, the otherworldly beings, and just knowing that we are heartfelt, worthy of the bounty and more, a transformation, a shift in our story. That's what this year is actually going to be all about in different aspects for each and every one of us. So you may even experience an intuitive shift, a prime directive, just allowing an old system, those outdated thoughts to just float away, and what is actually possible. But communication is the key of greater assistance, even if it is telepathic. So just know that your heart, your higher self, is also on board. It's the spiritual heart for these transformations, these shifts and changes. So you may end up with some magical, literally otherworldly insights that you probably unlimited possibilities, really. So we're kind of choreographing a new belief structure in our cosmic consciousness with the season of Pisces, and our crown center, our higher octave, our Sira, the Souls Harmonic, the 9th energy center, the spiritual scribe, if you will, along with symbols and sigils and signs, messages that come in for us, and just having access to the spiritual beliefs along with our physical earthbound beliefs. It really is the merging of spirit to matter, our energy bodies, all of them. We've got more than one, along with our physical body. But it's a day literally to fuse some inner and spirited reflection, just connecting our divine spirit, our Sira, and learning about that aspect and understanding how the world of spirit, like looking through those eyes and then bringing them into the physical, and just noticing how far we've actually come in relationship with our inspirited self. Like, do you have a core relationship with spirit, your higher self, your Sira? those outer rims of our lives. And again, you may experience an energetic hiccup. Triggers are usually just accessing a growth period. And the lesson is how those hiccups are managed within our spirit space in our energetic boundaries. So just imagine in your mind's eye puzzle pieces coming into place, but then realizing that there's a pattern, the pattern in how these pieces come into place and how you relate to yourself within that patterning. Again, spirit to matter. I guess you could do matter to spirit, but I feel like it's spirit to matter. And once we have this reflection, this realization of whatever that pattern is, even as all the pieces are playing out, maybe they haven't exactly landed, you may have that moment, that aha moment of a self-reflection, like what does it play? What's on the playback? Where's the scratch in the record? What's the repeat in your life? So it really is, get ready to erase parts of the puzzle that are no longer serving you, that are no longer fitting. So we're kind of excelling into our being, into our essence. And this happens when we go on a path of inner discovery, a way to end that cycle, that narrative, that scribe, just literally erasing. So how do we do this? By really acknowledging, possibly being a seer for ourselves and seeing through reflection that process. Choosing a new way of responding to ourselves in a spiritual, enlightened way. Usually aspects of ourselves are in the river of denial, even the environment around us. I prefer to be alone. I'm just saying that. I'm a hermit. I'm a reflector by design. So for me, being alone is very nurturing to my essence, my beingness. But the next time a pattern resurfaces to repeat itself, the scratch in the record, be different in your response. And just acknowledge and access that when patterns repeat, it's often a moment of being more self-compassionate to the art of your puzzle and the pieces as they're laying down in their format. That's how we have growth in a lot of ways, not just spiritual. And just allowing, literally allowing. So are you showing aspects? A lot of people sometimes are self-loathing. They're not very self-loving. They have this limitation on how much love they can have for themselves. And when we're in this river of denial, denying the issue, blaming, shaming, guilting others, and pretending it's something outside of us, then sometimes the pattern is just set on repeat. It's like listening to the same narrative over and over and over. And again, it reminds me of that movie, I think it's called Wanted, with Angelina Jolie and I don't know the kid, but there's a fly in it. Morgan Freeman's in it. But just be an observer today. Observe how you do relate to yourself in your behavior within yourself, your character, and be mindful of those inner thoughts. Hopefully they're floating on by, but it's the voice inside of us. And see if you can notice the pattern of your ongoing scribe inside. That part kind of reminds me in The Witcher, the ballad singer. I don't know what's happening. But with that, just a few announcements. This is great. Victoria Gallagher, The Power in Manifesting the Life That You Love. Who doesn't need that? That podcast was released last Thursday. I do have a new one out tomorrow. The theme, the season of the witches. I hope you're having fun with that. If you haven't subscribed, you get an inbox message every Thursday. And August of this year, if you're interested in an adventure, it's not really a luxury getaway, mind you. The Magic in the Mountains of Mongolian retreat is happening August 7th. We're arriving 2023. And we're going to be actually traveling with 6 indigenous medicine people of the land, also known as shamans. But be sure to jump in as space is limited. And yeah, that's kind of all I got kind of happening right now. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but it is. Just saying. And the message for our day from our Wizardry Wednesday, I'm telling you, it should be blizzardy. Oh, the snow looks like it kind of eased up. However, on the elemental highway, we've got a Yin Metal Pig of a day. And the pig and the tiger are having a great time. They're kind of giddy characters when they get together. They're both the birth of their seasons. Pig is the birth of winter or water. Tiger is the birth of nature or wood, the spring, which we're in. So we do have, again, we're going to have this until we shift months, but we have a nature direction. Especially the hour of the dragon, but we still have the nature direction. It's still there. It just, I guess I want to say it solidifies when the hour of the dragon comes in. So yeah, we've got birthing anew, a lot of birthing anew here. And yin metal is something useful. It's refined, luxury things in life. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Analyzing situations in the finite detail, analytics, computers. I bet it could be a computer choreographer. If yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing there. The end goals: water is creativity. The pig is creativity. This is performance, is being in the flow. But this is big water. And if you think of it metaphorically, big water rusts metal. And we don't have enough metal. We're weak. So this goes against the flow a lot. And yin water is more of flowing water. It's not stagnant, but more dynamic, like the snow coming from the heavens. And wood is assets. It's money. Assets for a yin metal person. How we create today, how we earn from those creations we're creating. Because yin metal produces water, which is the pig energy, and then the pig feeds the wealth, which is the tiger, and then the tiger needs fire, a power, authority, asset. I would use kind of, no, I'm not going with fire. We need, our day needs earth as a resource to support, and also more metal, minerals, some friends, not competitors, like authentic friends, more yin metal to choreograph those details. But I would bring in earth energies and metal today for collaboration. You could also bring in air. Air is part of metal, mineral, storytelling, community, stones, conversations, community. I don't know if I said that. And just identifying what or where you belong in the circus of life, those puzzle pieces. And there's no greater lesson in the circle of life, the circus of life even, than learning about oneself, our inner choreography. So it's the real reason we actually incarnated on the earth plane, to be creative little beings with lots of love and insight and joy and passion, despite all of these energetic hiccups, like on the news, right? So if we could learn to value one thing about ourselves every day, and just seeing how far we have actually authentically come, we would actually birth through further and farther than our eye may ever imagine. So it's time to grow beyond the great beyond, the mystery and the magic, into something transformed in this adventure called life. So are you waking from the winter slumber? It's time to really accept and open to the journey, the soul's story, navigating through those thresholds. This truly is a year of transformation in so many aspects. I can't even tell you. But I would affirm that I am in my spiritual skin. I am connected. A lot of people don't feel like they're connected to the Great Spirit, and just awakening to a new way of being. It's like literally a butterfly coming out of the cocoon, awakening in those ways. So with that, thanks for tuning in, and I will, of course, see you on the other side. Make it a great snow day if you're in Utah, and if you're somewhere else where the blizzard hit you, blessings as well. Let's go make some snow rituals. That's what I'm saying. Just a newfound water ritual. Blessings. Thanks for tuning in.
And you take that intention statement, you rework it until it's something that when you say it, it's just like, woo, just like you really, really feel good about it. And you just take that intention statement and you say it 10 times a day, but you say it like, you don't just like, my goal is to have, I mean, you get it to a point where like you've memorized it, you're saying it, and if you can't say it 10 times a day, and I know that seems like a lot of work, it's 10 minutes. You can do it while you're sitting on the, bathroom. You can do it while you're going for a walk. You can, you can say it throughout the day. You can say it right before you're going to bed. You can say it in your meditation. However you say it, whenever you say it, do it 10 times a day with that feeling. If you can't do that, that's not important to you. That's not a priority. Something else is a priority. And so you need to figure out what that is. So that